Now you can search for new episodes by subject matter at londonreal.tv. Brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform we use at London Real. Can you tell us about the Venus Project? Because some of our listeners don't know about it, and I know something about it, but I don't know everything about it. So.
That's fair enough. I would say that children, if you get them to join the Mickey Mouse Club, you damage their brains. They do have big things like that in America, the Mickey Mouse Club. And then they tell her that Cinderella touched a white mouse and it turned into a horse. If you bring up kids with all of that sort of stuff, you damage their brain. And by the time they're a certain age, they speak a certain way. I want a balloon, and you think they're original. They're not. They're saying the same things other kids have. Having children is a pain in the butt because they have nothing new to say. You have to wipe their behind, take them to the bathroom. You have to make sandwiches for them, pack their lunch for school, and you can't talk to them till they develop a language. So the language they develop is, I want a train, Daddy. When my kid came to me,
you have kids,
and he said, Daddy, the wheel came off my car. If you understand the grammar of motives, the question is, when he handed me that car, he was saying, fix it. When he said the wheel came off, he was saying, fix it. So I took the wheel and looked at the minute car, and I said, I'll get you toy cars for babies where the wheels don't come off. And I threw it in the garbage, and I picked up my magazine. I was watching him. That lower lip goes out. I said, what's the matter? I said, you threw it away. I says, I'll get you baby toys where the wheels don't come off. He says, maybe I can fix it. So I grabbed it and gave it to him. And he's sitting on the couch. It took 3 minutes. He got it together. Then I picked him up and said, how did you do that? He said, Daddy, I'm not that little. And if you say, here, let Daddy fix it, let Mommy fix it, you produce a blob. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Are you saying that it's an education issue with
children? Yes, it is. Everything is.
Okay. And you're saying the Venus Project is all about, from the very beginning, how we educate?
What shapes human behavior.
Okay.
Today they say this man is good, this man is autistic, this man is gifted. All bullshit, all lies, have nothing to do with the real world. There's no such thing as a gifted person. A person that's very creative has been exposed to a great deal of situations. In other words, if you just lived in Weehawken County, Pennsylvania, and you never left that, you're a Weehawkenite. But if you live in different communities, like when Americans go to Germany, they go to the American Club. You don't get the feel of the German family. So I'm saying, when you travel, try to live with Polynesians. Try to get the feel of the culture. You don't do that if you go to the American Club.
So the Venus Project encourages this kind of...
The Venus Project encourages you to work with your children, to give them the best of knowledge you're able to give them. In other words, parents don't know how to raise children. They won't let a human being touch a turbojet engine unless they go to school for many years. Raising a human being is very complex. If you're a Lutheran, I say, you don't play with that little Catholic boy. I'm poisoning you. I'm damaging your behavior. Do you know what I mean? Now, if a person learns how to say 3 words, which are very difficult, I don't know. I usually ask people, do you think we'll ever get to the moon? No, not in 1,000 years. I said, have you studied rockets? No. Have you studied space travel? No. Do you know anything about the moon? No. But I believe everyone should have a right to their own opinion. That's the worst thing you can do, give people the right to their own opinion. In other words, if you have a sister and she lives across the way from me, and I see 10 guys coming out of her apartment, I can have all kinds of opinions, right? She can be a language instructor, a ballet instructor, an art instructor. So the answer is, I don't know what she does. Not, I think you're right. You know.
Jacque, do you not feel that we need mental heuristics and stereotypes to help us make our way through the world? Because if we just
need formulas, we need understanding. In other words, when I work with kids, I give them seeds. They put it in the ground, and they water it, and they depend on the sunlight, and they know that the seed of itself cannot grow. And when the first shoot comes up, since they can't write, I have them draw pictures of the first shoot coming up. And I say, now I want you to block the sun. I ask the kids to do that, and they block the sun, and the plant begins to shrivel. I say, take the blockage away. It comes back again. Stop the watering. It shrivels again. So they understand that the plant of itself cannot grow. Neither can a human being. If you raise a human being in a gray ball and feed it and wipe their behind, take care of them, and let them out when they're 17, they're drooling idiots.
So you're for practical learning. You want to put people in the deep end and watch them swim.
Hands-on learning only.
Okay.
Because when you talk about certain things, a kid thinks in terms of his own background, doesn't hear what you say. So in the future, all education will show visuals of exactly what you've got in mind, how parts go together, how the pavement turns up, so no car can hit a kid. People say, I care, I have feelings. Well, what is your recommendation? Don't take my word for anything I say, but ask anyone running for political office. Say, how can you prevent war? I don't know, there's always been war, there'll always be wars. Say, how can you increase the agricultural yield? I don't know, I'm not an agriculturist. What do you know? Most politicians know nothing. Please don't take my word for it. Ask them.
We take real pride in our websites and who we work with on the show, and those are the guys at Squarespace. They've been running our website londonreal.tv and our siliconreal.com for over a year now, and they are an all-in-one platform to make it fast and easy to build your own professional website or portfolio. These guys have the tech down. It's drag and drop. It is easy. I used to run a WordPress site, and I used to have to FTP audio files and all this nonsense. And now when you see these blogs that I write every week where I talk to you about my personal impressions of the guests, I literally just bust those out, drop the picture in, boom, and it's done.